We do have an important follow-up to a story that we brought you here a few weeks ago. Do you remember the report on dogs being dumped out at Lake Mead and secluded streets in southern Nevada? Well, thousands of you were stunned and disgusted that something like this happens in our community. So we headed back out to Boulder City today to find out what you're doing about it.
All of this was donated. Every bit of it.
Ann in Abnett is humbled. The shelves of the Boulder City shelter are stocked thanks to viewers touched by our story.
Nice. It's very nice that people care the way they do.
The animal control supervisor raised the alarm earlier this month after seeing a spike in dogs being dumped at Lake Mead and the deserts of Clark County. The report shared thousands of times, sparking an outcry on social media. Did you have a lot of people who maybe called you that were surprised that this kind of thing happens in our community?
The reaction was, how can people do this? Did you saw that too?
Oh, yeah.
How can people do it all the time?
That outrage turned to action. Strangers giving money and supplies, and others offering their homes.
People were calling saying, hey, I'm available to foster. If you're full and you get these dogs, we'll help you out. We have room. People are very kind, and it touched a lot of hearts.
Touched a lot of hearts. By the way, she was actually holding a tiny little kitten in her hands during that interview. There are lots of beautiful cats, a few dogs too, looking for homes there. So if you're thinking about adopting, just drive out to the Boulder City shelter. And if you do see a situation with an owner abandoning a pet, in fact, it happens a lot at dog parks, try to get a description and call it in. People try to get away with just about anything these days.
Wow. It's still so difficult to believe.
To wrap your head around. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
The one thing that we can be grateful for, as horrific as that is that the weather has been as mild as it is, because that starts happening in a few months.
Yeah.
It's hot.
And yeah, exactly, we'll have a lot of dead animals.
That is actually a very good point.